Greetings, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. This is your Western forecast for March 2024. Two big themes to unpack. Some major lineup of planets in the sign of Pisces, which is 4 signs past Sagittarius. So there's a major emphasis on the 4th of home, family, real estate. I'll break that down as we go along. Mercury is what is on your mind. What are you curious about? What are you restless about? What are you discussing? Mercury usually is in a sign for 3 to 4 weeks. Mercury is entering into Aries on March the 9th, into your 5th house of children, creativity, fun and games. It's a very pleasurable area of the chart. And with Mercury, what is on your mind is we need some fun. You know, we need to go to a party. Let's go on a vacation. But the Mercury, this is the big thing, Mercury is not going to be in Aries in your 5th house of fun and games for 3 to 4 weeks. It's going to be there for 2.5 months because on April the 1st, Mercury goes retrograde until April the 25th. And Mercury remains, as it's retrograding, remains in the sign of Aries. The retrograde is a optical illusion, a time of reevaluating and resetting. But come April the 25th, now after all the readjustments and the fine-tuning, you have a little bit more clarity, more focus of Mercury in Aries, in your 5th of enjoyments, until May the 15th. So there's a lot to unpack, a lot of really positive energies to discuss. And there's a full moon lunar eclipse on March the 24th. Eclipses happen every 6 months, but they repeat the same cycle every 19 years. So this is we haven't had one for a while. It's part of a 19-year cycle. All right. So before I unpack all of that and how it can apply to you on many different levels, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find a direct link to sign up for my free daily astrology message, or to go to my website and check out how to book an astrology reading. Okay, Sag, the sun's in Pisces, 4 signs past Sag, once a year from the last week of February through March the 19th. That's where the sun is shining. That's where your attention is most drawn to. But on the 19th, then the sun leaves Pisces, goes into Aries, a fellow fire sign, bringing a lot of energy and enthusiasm to Sagittarius. And the sun joining Mercury, planning, thinking Mercury in that 5th house of this creative expression, of romance, of love affairs. Now, let's go back to, my point was that even though the sun is leaving Pisces, leaving its focus on the 4th house of family and real estate on the 19th, the 4th house of real estate and family is going to remain the primary influence through the end of April. That is because, for a few reasons, the new moon is on March the 10th. Where the new moon falls in the chart each month is where your intention is being focused. These are my new ideas. These are my new directions, my new intentions. And the new moon in Pisces in your 4th house of home and family holds that energy to the next new moon on April the 8th. But Mars is a 2-year cycle, and it's moving into Pisces, into your 4th, on March the 22nd, and is going to be there till the end of April, till April the 30th. So even though the sun is taking its focus off of 4th house matters, the new moon is holding it, that assertive, ambitious Mars is holding it, so it's going to be the primary theme. Now, this could be on family reunions, that's the 4th house, of remodeling or home repairs, that's the 4th house, moving, maybe buying, if you're so fortunate, buying a second home, or getting really involved with property, agriculture, land. That's all that 4th house emphasis. Mercury, for 2.5 months, more than twice the amount of time, is going to be hanging out in your 5th house. Mercury is all that Mercury is also very playful. Mercury can be very adaptable and flexible. Mercury is often associated with being athletic and sports. And even though most people think of Mercury as being communications and really intelligent, but Mercury is really agile and adaptable and quick. And so it supports any athletic energies. And in the 5th house, for 2.5 months, the 5th house is where we look to for sports, but also dancing, playfulness, entertainment. Now, with that Mercury, you're being really focused on 5th house matters. Children. Should we have children? Or conceiving and being pregnant and getting ready for having a new child. Now the sun, when it leaves Pisces, leaves the 4th of family, goes into the 5th of children, or the 5th of giving birth to creative new ideas. But 4th is the primary theme. Part of that is family. The 5th could be, for some of you, expanding the family with a new baby. This could also be if the 5th house of parties and entertainment, with the 4th house of family. You could be entertaining at home. You could be organizing a family event, a reunion, a wedding, but certainly, really, you could be you may be wanting to move, really thinking about moving, because you're having an expanded family, bringing in another child. The 5th house in business is about speculation and investment. With Mercury, you could be learning or really curious and restless about investing. And what could you be investing in? Real estate or agriculture. That's all the 4th house, or anything that deals with the land, or anything that grows from the land or underneath the land. Mars is often associated with repairs, construction, because Mars is the warrior planet. It can represent tools. So that's how, we get into Mars can be dealing with home repairs, with Mars in the 4th house of the home, or just doing some major construction. And with the emphasis on the 5th house of creativity, you could be remodeling and redesigning your home. Now, Mars, before it moves into the 4th house of real estate and the family, it's in your 3rd house of learning and ideas and communications. I talked about this in last month's video when Mars went into Aquarius once every 2 years on April the 12th through March the 22nd. So the first 3 weeks of March, Mars being in the 3rd, there could be a lot of activity, that's just the Mars, with learning, with selling, or a lot of restlessness to be traveling, doing a lot of networking. Now, this is part of the forecast where I like to investigate how these energies are impacting your body, your relationships, your business. So when Mercury's in Aries, fiery, dynamic, and Mercury can be very agile and quick on the gun, in harmony with Sag Sun. The Sun rules the physical body, especially when the Sun moves into Aries, fiery, athletic Aries, in harmony with Sagittarius. So there's a lot of robust, vital energies for for March through April. And when it comes to relationships, that Sun and Venus will be in Pisces, which can be very romantic energies, very creative energies, from March the 22nd till April the 4th. That is the time when Venus and Mars are aligned. Now that can be very romantic energy as well as highly creative energy, but but for Sag and Sag rising in general, it's in your 4th house of family. This would be, or the home. This would be really ideal for entertaining at the home, or redesigning and buying new art, new furniture, beautifying the home. But with the 5th house is the house of romance and children and vacations. And so you could be entertaining a prospective new partner at your home. That's one way this could play out. Now, there's a full moon lunar eclipse on March the 24th. And again, it's like a full moon when everything comes to light, and comes to a head, a time of closure, but on steroids, being really intense. So instead of lasting for a couple of days, it could last for a month or so. For Sag, in general, this lunar eclipse is in Libra, which is 11 signs past Sagittarius. The 11th is the sector of friendships or group activities and organizations, where you would then be very social and friendly within the group. But being a full moon lunar eclipse, you might be letting go of a friendship, or letting go of being involved in some group or organization. And it might be because secrets are being revealed that's compelling you to let go of that group, let go of that friendship. But for the most part, there's this really favorable energies. Now, in wrapping up the business, that focus on the 4th, as I said, land and real estate, and then the Mars, you could be really busy, but that could be with remodeling. This could be very favorable for some of you, been thinking about it, is to buy a fixer-upper and maybe spend this whole time remodeling it for yourself, or remodeling it and flipping it and making money that way. And with that fifth house, which is giving birth to all these creative new ideas and investing in new creative projects, with the fourth house, that could be with property. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to sign up for my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.